keep up with their neighbours and other rivals, Atletico Madrid. 8 points on Real Madrid. It's going to be difficult for Solari to motivate these players, I would have thought, Graham.
Well, no, he's not playing. Marcelo's still relegated to the bench. Sergio Ramos has led the expedition. Vinicius injured, Lucas injured. The injury list keeps on expanding. Llorente transmitted to a side which, irrespective of the 22-point gap between, to say is a makeshift Real Madrid. And you're right, if they don't show pride, then it has to be a test for Valladolid's possibility of staying in the division.
Well, Florentino Perez, the Madrid president, in the presidential box, the majority share goal of back four of Antonito, Joaquin Fernandez, Calmoy Delgado, Unal, Daniele Verde, Hervías, Javi. Greetings, Sergio. I wonder what's man in charge today. The man in charge on the pitch, the referee, Gil, Zola, Varane, Nacho and Reguilon at the back. Casemiro, Modric and Kroos in middle. Valverde, Brahim Diaz, Cristo Gonzalez, and no names there. It's Mr. Hernandez in Rojas in the... And we're off. Vallad in the violet and white stripes.
Just wins points. That man, Sergio, was the author of the last time Real Madrid had a week.
Ringing round the ground. It's a well-taken free kick. And go wary of Madrid putting the ball back in play quickly. Who got a touch and then it rebounded, I think, off Odria. Can impress people over the next 12 matches. Modric whips the cross in. Out of the big games of late. That's a decent ball in from Luka Modric. Corner flag. It's a high looping corner. Varane was up for it, didn't have much idea.
He won't be able to celebrate, which has been such a bitter taste in the mouth. But boy, he is an athlete.
Decent ball. Guardiola's onto it quickly. He's got an option through Anwar.
Takes a little look inside, but the ball has to be delivered.
Yep.
When Nacho gets in the way, there is
the route through. It came off. A break there. The result is a corner, swung into the near post, headed away by Varane. Ball to the former Real Sociedad man. The cross comes in, took a slight deflection. Another opportunity for Keco to put the service in. Nacho was there to
clear. Sure what they're doing, but they're all trying their damnedest to save their lives.
Nacho to take it, Solari looking on. It's a long one over the top for Guardiola to chase. It goes down. And that's exactly what the fans were hoping.
3-4 players in La Liga. He pulls back. It's going.
Professional foul. He's fortunate that the referee hasn't interpreted. He's right to say that it's a yellow card because there's a joust.
The rules allow Gil Manzano to make that decision.
Get themselves in the lead. And, well,
2 meters, he'd have probably burst the net. He is an...
going to see this season.
Can I quote Simon Hanley thought? If they double, they'll have confidence, no head down.
He's trying to make up for it with a tremendous run. Cut back to the far post, and this time that's the way to bounce back from the tremendous disappointment. His first goal in La Liga, and it's Vallad won.
It's a victory of the Sergios. This is Sergio, who is known as Keco. 4 defeats so far, but in 2017, for Malaga, defender and a keeper can get it. I'm certain the VAR is going to allow it.
It's another case, isn't it, with the VAR? Me, Graham, on that first replay. And that, the Gil Manzano, helped by Mr. Hernandez.
It's clearly offside when the ball's played by Ruben. Not that's why we had VAR. I say clearly.
Corner played short this time. It's an awkward one, and this time it's not.
The linesman's flag has gone up.
What?
That's the thing. They just haven't moved out on time. The leap is from another on that time. You spotted the first offside. You said right from the start they were right on that occasion.
Took his time decided on Reguilon. Reguilon's cross in is a good one. Straight their continued contracts in Real Madrid next season. Nobody got control really. Ceballos leaves it for Benzema. Benzema on the left foot.
Struck right spot. All he does now is the dummy for Benzema. But
always rising.
Openings in Real Madrid. The majority of Real Madrid's seen with players walking, unable to move the ball quickly and create.
Ceballos. Reguilon shot always.
Well, let's see if he's got that.
Keko's cross. It's a good one, and it's in the back of the count. That is Villarreal 1, Real 8. There must be a case
here that's so good. Exactly in the area where the looking at his strike partner, that is cut back behind Varane, class cross. Guardiola shows that he is, I think, there's absolute magic, and it begins with...
We could be on our knees right now. And here's Benzema battling with Joaquin.
Benzema does what centre forwards do. There isn't going to be a big problem.
Reguilon's cross, not the greatest one. Calero has with the return ball, cuts it inside to Riozola. He finds Benzema. In comes the corner. Nobody gets it. And in the end, it's stuck.
Referees support you as a goalkeeper.
And the referee's given it. They're back in the game. And it's the silliest of goals.
To the forward. And 9 times out of 10, you'll get the decision. Yeah. There, he's second best.
Which was absolutely non-existent. Any smart goalkeeper in that instant goes through the punch. It's a flap. Varane's in the right position. And Massive is...
Driven into the far post on the edge of the 6-yard box, Casim.
But talking about distribution, that ball in is lovely, full of...
He doesn't believe it, does he?
Right, where's...
Benzema combining superbly with Modric. Modric hesitates. And in the end...
Watching Reguilon's wish to go outside him.
Ceballos doesn't have too much support. Oh, he does now. Anwar. And he can... Odriozola making a run. Benzema, of course, aware. In comes the cross. Massive. Awkward one from Casemiro.
A gift.
And there's no time for any more on 48 minutes.
This kid. But I genuinely think he has the possibility to be a commanding. He reads a tackle well, he's tough, he's quick. I also think he handles the pressure.
Graham, they had Madrid against the ropes on about 20 minutes just before that.
Sergio had a young Sergio to bring on, somebody who controls whether they believe that or not, I'm not sure. It's not even a fully completed huddle. Clever about when they've got the ball and what they do with it.
Madrid gets the...
You barely had to call his name.
Chance here. And decides to take it himself, gets a bit of the rub of the green, can't quite link with Anwar. Running into Mitchell, who dispossesses him. Good ball through. Here's Anwar. Well, he got the shot, Mitchell. And they're just getting slightly away from him, the chested. Well, it ends up being a pretty fine ball to Odriozola.
Penalty. I think you've used innocence 3 or 4 times throughout this build-up. Clear there. I do not believe he should have been first to that. And once he is, the tap
is shown, and it's certainly showing tonight. And Karim Benzema has an opportunity to redeem himself. No, he can't. Benzema.
The last couple of weeks, without the sharpness, the petrol in his engine was ballpoint pen and a little pad for Ruben to take notes. Benzema, video-assisted refereeing. We've had voice-assisted refereeing, and now we've got thinking. Odriozola was right. So was the referee.
Keiko swings it in. Cruz got his head to it. Nacho heads. Reguilon. Dink over the top to Asensio. Brings it under control.
You leave it if you're in any doubt, because VAR will sort it out later. You let the play finish.
Through to Asensio. Asensio's cross. What a save.
He's been perhaps too close, too supportive. And we're looking at...
Well, it's tight.
I think he's on.
Yeah, it's a tremendous... Greeted by Benzema. Well, it's 3-1 to Real Madrid. Benzema with additional number 9's header. We know that's not what Benzema is or considers.
Where a little bit of nous comes down. I'm not certain that Varane commits a foul, but he puts 2
advantage of all the space he's given by the defence and angles it beyond the reach of... It's fallen nicely. And in the end...
The right one is to cut it back to the edge of the box. There they are arriving. It's Verdi. Verdi who...
Short. At the beginning of the season, we wouldn't have. I'm not Asensio with ease.
Nice
puts the cross in. There's a huge appeal for a penalty. He's offside.
There's the years of not being a centre forward. There's the again.
And it looks
a bit trained in, and he hasn't yet.
There's Benzema. Gets away from Asensio. Not the greatest ball in, and it's dealt with corner. Firmly struck off the base of the
little hitch kick, and it's gonna go in, he believes, until it's superb. The way in which he steers this towards goal, it's not about power. He does.
He's out.
And off for Casemiro.
You've been waiting for. using smarts.
Street smarts. He did exactly, and out to do. And the street smarts you're talking about are going to happen there. When the referees and Lucas and Nacho and Castilla.
What does that look?
And there have been occasions, just normal occasions, when a player will pick up a red card.
Turns inside Ceballos. Puts the cross into the far post, headed away by... It's Valverde. Oh, it's a lovely ball to Odriozola, cuts it back, and it's in. There's Alcaraz. Nacho being told to shoot by the fans. Modric. Still Modric going all the way. Luka one to bed. And at the end of the day, Graham Hunt, it's 4-1 to Real Madrid, 10 men only.
Valladolid aren't working, are giving space, are missing tackles. It suffered over the last 3-4 games on Valladolid, and as your words, class players were given too much space. Modric has been helping getting a team goal. Would be Pirik here, I want glory.
Stuff which wasn't exactly his most brilliant moment.
He's bossed
in
it.
the game, but he's been absolutely brilliant. The clearance from Vallejo is put back into the mix.
Extraordinary nights of his career, filled with bravery and bad luck.
Asensio. Odriozola gets it back through. Apologise, Marcelo, not too happy. You come on for a minute. At the end of the day, 10-man Real Madrid with a comfortable winning margin for
extra points in football. When Masip comes and has a little wave at the ball as if it was